SMT Nation, we back. Nation, we've got an update from Echostar, aka Dish Wireless. There really is a lot in this article, and it's kind of telling what Dish is going to be doing. A little bit of politics, a little bit of positioning, but it's probably going to be impacting the industry the way things play out, especially T-Mobile, actually. Let's talk about it here in today's video. Monica's got the article. Link for it will be in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Please do like and share this video. Subscribe if it's your first time here. Turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, guys, so things have not been easy for Dish Wireless. It's been a really, really tough time, tough sledding for them. New company, ever since the T-Mobile and Sprint merger and that whole piece. They haven't really found footing with customers. They haven't really done well with retail. The network build has been a small miracle. They've done some pretty questionable things in retail with respect to their dealer channel. They've lost a lot of customers, and there's been network issues. There has been systems issues and hacks and ransomware. It's been crazy. All right, and but we're still watching them closely because they're going to be supported, and they're going to be, the topic of protection from federal agencies that are, trying to make sure that they persevere and stay through all of this, right? As the new fourth carrier to replace Sprint. So with that vested interest, we continue to follow. Echostar, or Dish, for what they're named from a corporate standpoint, is looking to speak and urge to the FCC on competition, innovation, how the carriers are maneuvering throughout the industry. Specifically, the target of this is T-Mobile. So in a public notice, Echostar Dish is commenting on T-Mobile and just the ability of them to continue to take whatever they want. Essentially, what we're seeing is T-Mobile is gobbling up as much spectrum as they can everywhere they can. And, the majority shareholder, president of the company, Charlie Ergen, is really pushing the issue here. He is putting to question and complaining about T-Mobile spectrum position. He has noticed, obviously, that they have been gobbling up as much 600 megahertz as possible everywhere that they can, whether it's Comcast or it's Columbia Capital or it's any other entities. And of course, he has a vested interest in 600 megahertz because that's a band that he also owns and would like more of, but he hasn't been able to secure any of that. Right. And the reason why that works for Dish is because they already have radios up. Getting the additional bandwidth will be huge. And as long as T-Mobile is getting it, that means Dish will not. Right. So he's scrutinizing this. He wants the commission to look at this, and they're not doing a good job of, doing that in terms of regulations. So they've been dominating all the acquisitions, all the mergers that they've gotten. And, he's basically saying the same thing we've been saying here on the channel. Nobody has told T-Mobile no. Nobody has told them not to. And they've been cleared for everything, right? Now, another point of contention was the 800 megahertz. This was the low band from Sprint. First dibs went to Dish. They couldn't afford it. It looks like it turned out to be a strategy. Dish is trying to get back in to getting the 800 through the T-Mobile auction. Looks like Dish just didn't want to pay for it at the time for the price that was being sold for. I think valued at like $3.5 billion. They were probably hoping to get it at auction for a lot less, right? Maybe under $3 billion or something. I don't know. Maybe $2 billion. I don't know. Whatever it is. But it looks like T-Mobile's not playing ball. Again, T-Mobile trying to put their knee on the neck of Dish, and try to bleed them out and starve them out. They won't give them any information on the structure of the auction. They won't let them know about the rules and the procedures. T-Mobile's just not sharing any of that information, because then Dish could get involved, right? I'm not sure. Their capital position has been pretty weak, so I'm not even sure how they're doing that. But this does make a point that T-Mobile continues to not play nice with T-Mobile with Dish, and this goes back a long time with the leasing of the 600 megahertz. T-Mobile refusing to pay Dish, Dish trying to seek out a better roaming agreement with AT&T. I mean, regulators are seeing this, guys. That there's no doubt about this. T-Mobile has not played nice. They've played pretty dirty. And, T-Mobile obviously has no vested interest in Dish except seeing them fail. Now think about it. Why would T-Mobile want to see Dish fail? Well, that's over 7 or 8 million customers that become free agents. That puts DoD spectrum available. That puts 600 megahertz spectrum available, AWS spectrum available, a bunch of spectrum available. They would love to see them fail, right? And they would continue to do what they do, which is just consume other providers, right? And they would be in on getting some of those assets. So, yeah, it's politicking at its finest, right? Echostar, Dish Wireless, trying to get the FCC to look at the spectrum screens, exercise the spectrum screens, regulate T-Mobile, maybe get some benefits out of this. I know they're still kind of politicking, for the 12 gigahertz band to go high power and to go terrestrial. Elon and Starlink are probably not happy to see that happen, so probably not. They're also pushing for CBRS powers to be increased, right? So that increases the value of CBRS spectrum. Verizon would love that too, obviously. But yeah, there's a lot in here. This is a good article to read, but I think what's most important is it covers a lot of the things that we've been saying here on the podcast, here on my videos. T-Mobile just has not been regulated, and Echostar is now making that very clear. That they sure could use a boost too, or maybe stop, empowering T-Mobile so much. Maybe scrutinize and regulate them, just like things always have been in the industry. But hey, I don't knock T-Mobile for trying. Right? They should try to get away with whatever they can. But I think these other companies, like AT&T, Verizon, and Dish, should probably make it publicly known their resistance to this. You can't just let another company, player, competitor get stronger under your nose. Right? Let's see what happens. I've not been a fan of the regulators. I don't think they've regulated anything, but that's just my opinion. You might disagree or agree. Comment down below. You all, voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.